Hi, everybody.
Hello, I'm Ryan.
I'm Bethany.
And we are Ryan and Bethany Board Game Reviews.
And today we'll be talking about Skyrocket's Festival of Fire. And this is designed by Charlie McCarran and is published by Floodgate Games.
All right, so there was a game called Kites, right? And Kites was this super unique, really fun game that was cooperative, and you were flipping over these sand timers. It's crazy and it's wild, and it's really frantic and really, really fun. So Skyrockets uses that same system of trying to flip over different sand timers. It's got a different twist on the whole system. Let me show you how to play. All right, here's our setup for Skyrockets. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to choose one of these event cards, and it's going to tell us how to set up. In this case, this is the first mission, the training mission. It's going to tell us how to set up our sand timers. In fact, it's even going to tell us to set up the green and the blue sand timers on their sides. All right, so these are the ones over here on this side that are going to go out the fastest. These over on this side are going to go out the slowest. So we really need to be concentrating on yellow and red. Those are going to be the ones that we have to kind of keep on flipping over and over again. Over here on the purple or on the pink side, that's the one that we can kind of let go for a little while, but you also don't want to ignore it because then it can kind of sneakily run out on you. And that's really the goal, is we're trying to not let any of the sand run out of any of these timers. The one exception is over here on this little board over here. It says put the orange timer on this little mat. What's going to happen is whenever the orange sand timer runs out, we actually want that to happen. Then what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over onto the 3, eventually onto the 2, onto the 1, and then ultimately on that very last spot over there, if we're able to get it all the way over there, we're going to win the game. Right now we have a score of 3 stars. If any of the other sand timers besides the orange one that's on that little board run out, we have to flip one of them over. Our viewers are bored. They're getting on their phones. They're not watching the fireworks anymore. So we don't want that to happen. We want to try to avoid letting any of our sand timers run out. Our setup card is going to tell us how many cards to draw. In this case, we're going to have a 4-card hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest is going to go into a draw pile. And any special rules will go here as well. This first mission is basically really basic. What we're trying to do is we're trying to just get through the sand timers without letting them run out, getting the orange one all the way over there. So we're going to start the game by flipping over all the ones that are face up. The ones that are on their side, we're not going to actually enter those into the game until we play a card that has one of those colors. So let's go ahead and kick things off, and we are officially starting the game. All right, so at this point, we're going to look at our hand, and we're going to see what we want to flip over. They all have 2 colors on them, and we have to flip over both of those timers. So, even though it's early, let's go ahead and do this one. Let's go ahead and do our green and red. Red's the one we have to worry about the most. We're also going to have to start our green timer. And then we're going to draw a card, add it to our hand. All right, so now we've got let's do a yellow and a green. Yellow is one of the ones that can go out on us pretty quick. Green, we just started. Let's just go ahead and flip it anyways. We're probably going to fail here, but that's all right. We're just playing for fun. All right, now let's do a red. We're about to run out. It's really important that we don't. And now our green one's about to go out. If our green one goes out, let's flip that by playing that green one. But it's also going to initiate our blue one. All right, so now our orange timer has run out. What we can do now is we can play a card that has orange on it. Instead of flipping it and just regular, trying to keep the sand in it, we can only play that or use it for its ability when it's all the way run out. For every color sand timer except the ones on the board, when you play it, you simply flip it over, trying to keep sand in it. However, the colors that are, whatever color is on that board, in this case orange, when you play a card that has that color on it, you can only flip it if it has already run out. In that case, you're advancing it along. So let's say even if we played a card like this, and their pink we wanted to flip the pink, but the orange hadn't run out yet. Whoops, knocking everything over here with one hand. Oh my goodness. If the orange had not run out yet, we would simply ignore that and keep on playing. You only flip it over when it's completely ran out. You're going to keep on going just like that. Wait till it's run out. Play an orange symbol. That flips it over. Keep on going until this is run out. Flip it over. Keep on going until this is run out. Flip it over. If you made it all the way over here and you still have stars on the board, you have won the game, and that gives you a score of how many stars you did. If all 3 of these flip over before this gets all the way to the end, you have lost the game. That's just the first event. There are a ton of different events in here. They all operate differently. They all use the sand timers in different ways, give you different hand sizes, different ways to use the cards, all kinds of things. And if you ever finish all of those, there's even still an encore pack that you can open up and give you additional components, additional missions that you can go on.
Ryan probably mentioned this, but there are a lot of different ways to play this game. You begin with game 1, and then you carry on. You play a lot of different varieties of this game. I really liked how you actually want certain sand timers to go out. So it just messed with my mind a little bit. Like I'm really working on all of these and I'm just trying to make sure they don't go out. And then sometimes I forget that I can flip this one to make the game go on, like to actually win. That's the whole point of what we're doing, is trying to get that to the end. But it's just like messing with your mind because you're looking at the colors of the cards, you're looking at the sand timers that are right in front of you. And sometimes you forget, no, you have to do this one too. That's how you win.
So I think thematically what we're trying to do is we're trying to entertain the most amount of people with our cool fireworks display. Thematically, I thought it was such a hilarious touch how when you have a fail, you have a mistake, you have to flip over that token to the board side because they're not excited. They're not watching this thing. Yeah. What do they do when you're bored? They're on their phones. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. It's just a hilarious thematic touch. And I know, like, I've played games where in person, you know, and I can tell someone's bored because they get out their phone.
Yes.
So you're trying, and it feels bad. So you're trying to avoid that by keeping things exciting. And that's mechanically and thematically what's happening here. You are trying to keep things exciting, and whenever you make a mistake, people are bored and they get their phones out. Hilarious.
The game uses the entirety of the game. It's really creative that way. It's going to use all components of this game to play the different challenges in it. And I just really like that. And I wasn't anticipating it when we were playing the first set of challenges, and then it had us do something different. And I was like, oh, this is fun. Way to use everything. Don't waste a single component. Don't waste a single bit of packaging. Love it.
I think also, in addition to using like all of the materials,
yes,
it also completely fully explored what you can do with all that stuff mechanically as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I showed you obviously just the base games, the number one mission. It goes on for a very long time, and each one is unique and different. Uses the cards differently, uses the sand timers differently, it all combines in new ways. Sometimes it's like one person has lots of information and then they're sharing it with other people. Sometimes you're using the cards in such a way that you are drawing them all at the same time, or whatever the case is. Each gameplay is different and unique and interesting. It's not like they're just like one main way and they kind of like alter it a little
twist
bit.
it a little bit. No, it's different.
They all feel very different and exciting in a different way. This is the kind of game that like we're gonna 100% this. We're going to go through each and every single mission until we win it because it's that much fun. We want to play it. We want to keep playing it. It helps that first of all they're only 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So you can kind of go through it a little bit faster. But in addition to that, when you finish the game, there's also kind of like a little mini, I don't know what you'd call it, like a little prize pack that you get to open up once you've finished it. And
Encore!
And I'm not going to tell you what's inside of it, but basically it's just more cool stuff that you get to explore once you've finished the extremely exhaustive list of other mini games within Skyrockets.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I loved this game. I knew I was going to like it. I finally have developed my tastes. I know I'm going to like something. I knew I was going to like this, and I did. I loved it. I had so much fun. We were just playing round after round at a coffee shop, and I was like, I don't know, like, we're making noises, and I hope we're not bothering people that are actually, like, studying and doing work, and here we're all just playing, like, Skyrockets, like, freaking out at each other, but it was such a good time. I really enjoyed it. I am curious to see if this would make, like, a list for me, because we're going to be doing our top 100 games of all time.
Ooh, nice way to plug that list in there.
So make sure to subscribe so you can see that when they come out. But seriously, guys, I thoroughly enjoyed this game.
So you're hinting that we might see this on your top 100?
I don't know. It's possible. I liked it that much. I really liked it.
All right, yeah, I agree. I love campaign-style games, and this was such a great one because it's so accessible. You don't need a lot. It's not a huge box. Each game takes a short amount of time. There's still a lot of uniqueness, a lot of challenges. These aren't easy. You know, they're not gimmies. Maybe a couple of them are, I suppose, since we work pretty well together. But in general, these are not gimmies. They're all going to be challenges. You have to play them a few times in order to win. And then, like, each one stands alone by itself. You can play that, if you like that one, go back and play it again.
Yeah.
And there's all, like, check boxes you can check off as you kind of go through it. But, yeah, I really enjoyed this system. I think between this and Kites, there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
But that is kind of one-dimensional. I really enjoy that one dimension, but
Yeah.
this offers just so much more to that system.
Yeah, definitely. I 100% agree with that. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can see our videos as they come out. Until then, you can find us in all of these places.
You guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
You guys, thanks so much for watching. This game was provided to us by a publisher in exchange for a fair and honest review.
And if you want to see more stuff, check out over here to see something we think you might like.
And over here, we think that YouTube has picked out a great video for you you're going to love. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.